Hello and welcome to the natural way of life. This video is all about natural healing. I'm making this video to empower you and to inspire you and to remind you that you are your own healer, okay? And we all have our own power within us. And to help you to look at a more natural or holistic way of healing. Now, this kind of comes in because I feel a lot of us at the moment, more now than ever, are really been drawn and called to heal ourselves. We are living in a toxic world, probably more so toxic than it has ever been before. You know, gone were the days when bread literally only had 4 ingredients. Now you can look on the packet of a bread and there could be like 10, 15, 20 different ingredients in there. You know, we're surrounded by radiation. People have their phones glued to them, radiating their cells 24/7. Okay, there's all kinds of toxicness surrounding us, which makes it really hard to exist naturally in such a toxic place. Especially those of us who are living in, you know, more city kind of areas. But also at the root of all physical manifestations are the emotional cause. So it's really also about tuning into your emotions, your feelings, what maybe you've suppressed over your life, and looking at ways to heal, you know, not just physically, but also mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. And then that will help you to be in more alignment. Now, in this particular video, I am going to put quite a focus onto the importance of womb healing, because I have a lot of content to do with our menstrual cycles, the moon and the womb for women on my channel. However, this is also connected to all areas of healing. So whether you are a man or a woman, whether it's any area of your body, but this is a kind of almost a wake-up call for you to tune into yourself and tuning into what it is your body actually needs. So many of us, you know, go through life and there's a system that we're kind of used to following. You know, if people get sick, they go to their doctor or to a hospital. And by doing that, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that's completely wrong. There may be times people do need that, or maybe that's all that they are aware or have knowledge to do. But often by doing that, there are a lot of things we can take responsibility for ourselves and with our own healing. So even starting looking at our diets, you know, a natural kind of diet, eating the best we can and most organically we can, using natural herbs to help us healing, which have amazing healing properties, and they come from Mother Earth. So, you know, when Mother Earth was created, she knew what she was doing. There are all these things available to us, but often it's just having that knowledge to know what it is we may need. The difficulty is then when people go down the route of always relying on doctors or someone else to tell them what they need or for healing. It is a form of giving your power away, because then you're putting your healing and your body in the hands of someone else to tell you what you should do, what's right for you, what's wrong for you, and your options, which actually, if you're just relying on medical healing, can be actually really limiting. You know, how many times have people had like really rare illnesses or diseases or even life-threatening things, you know, such as cancer, and they've been given such low chances of survival, but yet there are miracles that happen every day and people do recover and do heal. So there was an amazing documentary I did watch. It was at one point on Netflix, and that documentary was called Heal. And that, again, even just watching things like that can really help and motivate people, because I understand when a lot of people watch content or videos like this, they may be in a really, really low place and they may be needing that boost of confidence or that motivation to encourage them that guess what, there is hope. Okay, you have got hope, and having faith, and to remember that they are equally as powerful. You know, just because someone has the title a doctor, it doesn't mean they know best, and it doesn't mean they know what you need. Okay, and often there is not really so much of a caring or compassionate or even holistic approach. There may be times in emergency situations, I'm not saying where, you know, you may need to go to a hospital. I'm not saying don't, but I'm saying there is so much more we can do for ourselves. And especially as women, when it comes to issues relating to our womb or our reproductive cycle, often I've heard from many women along their healing paths and journeys say they have a problem. And guess what? Medical science can't find a solution for it. And they're then told, options are basically to surgically operate and remove, or to have things like hormonal contraceptions or things like that again are going to alter and ruin your natural hormonal flow within your body. And again, just that solution of being told, hey, you should remove something from your body. Again, going under surgery, I personally feel that should really just be saved for something that is a life or death situation. And that is extremely traumatic for an individual to go through, not to have to mention the healing time and process afterwards. And again, often women are told by a male doctor, someone who doesn't even have their body parts. It triggers me so much and annoys me. But yeah, it doesn't even have their body parts. It's telling them what they should be doing with their body, or to operate, or to remove, or to have X, Y, or Z. And actually, when you give your power away to individuals like this, you're really discrediting yourself, because I have had experiences through my line of work, through energy healing, where yes, things can be healed naturally. And open your heart and your mind to the possibilities of miracles, and that anything can happen for you. Obviously, we all come into Earth and we all do have to leave Earth. Yes, but along the way, it is about learning and growing. And I did do a live just recently, and even explaining little swaps that we can do in our daily products and in our daily lives that will help us and have a long-term effect on our health and reduce. The main goal is to reduce your body to the exposure, reduce as much as possible exposure to toxins, chemicals, anything that is not for your highest vibrational good. Okay, so going back to, obviously, again, areas of that womb and reproductive system, it's really calling us, and this can apply for men as well. Okay, so whether you're man or woman and you're listening, share this information with others, inspire them on their healing journey, because those are your sacred reproductive system area. Okay, often when we have issues come up there, it's worth tuning in emotionally. What is the root cause of that? Okay, what has been repressed? What energy has been held there? Look back over the years or back through to childhood. Have things happened to you? Have you had painful experiences, traumatic experiences, emotional experiences? Not then forgetting, many women will have given birth. What was their birth story? Looking at the energy behind that. And even when, as I call it, sacred energy exchange, when you're exchanging that sacred energy with another, looking back through your life, who, what have you exchanged energy with? Because when two bodies align and all your chakras and your energy systems merge, that is really sacred. But for many people, many of us will know, if you've been in toxic relationships or with toxic people, or harmful people, your energies have exchanged, and therefore you have taken in others' energies. And it's about looking and reassessing, okay, actually I need to give myself some type of spiritual cleanse here, because yes, physically you may have taken a shower, you may have just cut cords, you may have blocked and deleted that ex, let's say, for instance, but energetically there may still be energy cords there attached between you. So it is really worth, even just journaling some of your thoughts, some of your feelings, some of your emotions down. And this goes for, again, if you've been through traumatic experiences, abuse, rape, things like that can be really triggering. Any trauma stored in those areas, because it's about, we may not be comfortable to speak to another about it, but even just journaling or even speaking it out loud. Sometimes I'll even light a candle and you can speak into your candle. And then as you blow out that flame, you're then letting that go. But yes, emotional pain and trauma and suffering held in will then manifest in different areas of the body. Or if we're constantly, you could be exchanging energies and you could be just pleasing someone else, again doing a discredit to yourself. And then when women have issues, things like fibroids, cysts, or tumours, or infertility, there's so many things that can affect women in the reproductive area. It's then an eye-opener to really dig into what is at the root of that and what can we do to heal that. So yes, and I do suggest, highly recommend actually, after any kind of relationship or any kind of encounter or after any kind of abuse or pain, that it is worth doing a full kind of like an energy cleanse almost. Maybe it's you seek out and have an energy healing treatment. You can do also your own things. It might just be almost like a bit of a release ritual, yoni steaming, meditation, journaling, all things like that, to set that intention. Because again, when you set an intention, where your thoughts go, the energy flows. So if you're setting that intention to cut cords or release energy from that other person and from that area, and to cleanse your womb space and let go of pain you may be holding on to, the healing benefits can be incredible. I remember at one point in my life, I was holding a lot of tension within, I think it was my hip area, or, like your inner thigh, maybe the groin area is what I'm trying to say. And for a long time, I had to do a lot of stretches. I was really trying to do stretches to help with the tension in that area. But then when I looked back, obviously that was from an emotionally painful situation, physically painful situation. And actually, when I dug into looking at the emotions behind it and actually letting out some of that pain and that upset, and speaking that out, journaling that out, that pain then shifted and moved, and I no longer have that pain. So, that's to show you that you can heal yourself. Also, herbs are there, herbal teas. There's so many natural remedies, which again, I will touch on more in other videos. But it is about cleansing and detoxing your system. Physically, it may be juicing or going back to really natural kind of raw foods, your fruits, your vegetables, your grains, eating, even if it's your meat or your eggs, but trying to have it as organically, best as possible for you. Those things still have an effect too. So it is, yes, the physical, but also the emotions have to be dealt with too, because you could be the most healthiest person on earth, but if emotionally inside it is chaos and turmoil for you, things will still manifest, because it's your body's way of calling your attention to whatever needs to be released. So if you don't make time for your wellness, you're going to have to be forced to make time for your illness. That is just how it works. Even the power of music, okay? Sound, natural healing instruments with sound, that can heal us. That has an effect on our energy fields, on our auras. But it's about being brave to face these things we're holding on to, because once you do, it's like these emotional blocks will be released. And yes, I have seen it where people have had, really challenging health problems, but they have committed themselves to that healing journey. And that is actually, yes, a lot of people talk about healing. It's not a fashion, it's not a trend. But if you commit yourself to your healing journey, you will reap the rewards. You will start to feel better. Obviously, it's going to be difficult when you're going through it, but you can heal yourself. If a doctor says to you, hey, or, the hospital, hey, we're going to have to operate, or, you won't be able to, let's say, have a child, or, you've got this tumour or this cyst or this fibroid. Yeah, the only way is to operate. That's not true. There is so much you can do naturally to heal yourself. And I've seen it time and time again with women in healing. And yeah, I'm sure there'll be many people's stories online where they can do that. And don't feel like just because medical science doesn't have the answer or doesn't know why it's happening, that means you must give all your power away to them and just listen to what they tell you to do. Because they won't be looking at the holistic side. They won't be looking at the emotional side. They won't be looking to the root cause. They are just there to treat whatever the issue they see on the surface is. So yeah, this is my inspiration to inspire you to live as naturally as you can, to reconnect to Mother Earth and to nature, to look at what you're consuming, physically, what food, what water are you consuming, mentally, what are you taking into your mind, emotionally, what emotions are stored within you, what emotions are you surrounded by and others' energy that you are taking in. But most importantly as well, practices like cleansing your energy down, removing other people's energy, which I've shared tips on my channel of how to do, or you can contact me more even for one-to-one sessions or energy healing to help you in these areas, because I strongly believe about connecting people to their own power and to that healing energy that is there for us all to connect with. But this is the start of your healing journey, and yeah, you've got to stick with it, guys, because the power is within you. And your womb space, that is a sacred portal, okay? That is where you can bring life on to earth here. And you need to remember how special and how important you are, and to give your body that love and respect that it deserves. And being really conscious about who or you are allowing into your energy and who you wish to share energy with. And that is why I do believe in even the society we're in now. So yeah, it just has a really kind of sexual kind of sex sells promoting it, women wearing next to nothing, being these sexual objects, even the music they make people listen to or children listen to. And actually we should be more protected from that and reminded and naturally taught that when you exchange energy with another in such a way that should be sacred and a loving and a safe space, and that it shouldn't just be with everyone, and really taking your time to get to know a person and make sure you're both on that same vibrational wavelength and connection, and that the other does actually worship, honor and respect your body and respect your wishes. So going forward, there are definitely things to think about, maybe even journal about and dig into a little bit deeper. You know me, guys, I will dig more into these topics and videos. I could talk all day forever, but this is just a bit of an intro into that. I hope this video you will have found it helpful, and I hope it inspires you onto your own healing journey. Thank you so much for watching. Like, comment and subscribe. Thank you, guys.